What up, what up? Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it's worth. Let's get this merch. Subscribe to the PDH Network, y'all. So now I'm here for another edition of Mentions Mondays. And so today, the artist of discussion will be Mozzy. And so for some of y'all who don't know, I know a lot of y'all are very familiar with Mozzy. He is a very well-known rapper in Cali specifically, but also is known across the industry for the most part. And so keep in mind Mozzy's background. He is originally from Oak Park, Sacramento, and he reps Sacramento real heavy in his rhymes. He reps Bay Area. His songs and his music is very introspective. It's very heartfelt. You can hear the passion in his voice, in his tone. His lyrics are straight from the heart, and that's always been a way that fans have been able to connect with him. And so he has been doing his thing for quite some time. He started rapping back in 2004 and became more and more popular. It's been a slow bubble, but he's always maintained prominence. He has been an independent artist for many of those years. And so with that said, he's kind of moved in his own way, been very, very unique in his artistry. And in addition to that, he's also even started to move into selling different merch. And so he does have the Gangland LLC. And so under that LLC, he has some merch, some clothing lines and different items that are sold under that Gangland title. And so you'll see a lot of his different merch on sale, and it's been moving pretty good in units. And in addition to that, he's also even did a collab with YG when it comes to merch. So there are quite a few items that you'll see where it has, the YG 400 on one side, and then on the other side it'll have like Mozzy's Gangland tag on it. And so that's been pretty cool to see with some of the merch, is that kind of collab between clothing lines between him and YG. And that really does speak to his ability to kind of cross those lines between the Bay Area specific sector and LA area. So it's really, really important for us to consider the fact that although they're both California artists, and Mozzy is a California artist in general, the fact that he is from Oak Park, which is Sacramento, which is kind of under the umbrella of the Bay Area rap politics is a lot different from the rap politics of like LA rap. And so with that said, a lot of times local artists kind of rotate within those specific sectors between the Bay Area and like Southern California, LA artistry. And so the fact that he's crossing over and collabing with folks like YG who are from LA really does speak to his ability to kind of like go outside of the box within his area as well. And so kind of speaking on that, Mozzy for some time now, he's got a similar mindset of like he's like a modern day E40. So E40 has been around for decades now, and everybody know E40's records, they ring off as soon as that Bay Area song come on, and all his different hits that he's had, it's gonna be Bay Area heavy. You're gonna get those banger beats. It's gonna definitely, you're gonna hear him repping where he's from, very, very prevalent throughout his lyrics. But he never shies away from collabing and doing features with other artists from all different areas throughout. So Mozzy has taken on a similar mindset, and I respect that, where he collabs with all different rappers. And what's really cool is that Mozzy will not only just do features with artists that are kind of on his level or a little higher, but he'll also do collabs with up and coming local artists. He's collabed with many artists, local artists from the Bay Area, but then he'll also collab with, Los Angeles based up and coming artists, and even artists from San Bernardino. And so, speaking on that, it kind of shows that he is not closed-minded to only wanting to collab with certain artists that are at a certain caliber. But more notably, some of his kind of features that he's done with some LA artists, the song Grew Up with Nipsey, as well as, and rest in peace to Nipsey, by the way. Much love and respect to, all of his family and friends, and I'm among his fans, and so rest in peace to Nipsey. Mozzy has also done many features with YG. They even have a whole album together. But I just really like the name of that one that goes off really, really hard, that Bumped Into Oak Park. That's one of my favorites. And so he's done that among many others with YG. And then more recently, he has done a collab with Roddy Ricch called Real Ones. And so all of these different features that he's done with different artists has really kind of built up his catalog and shown his versatility. And that must be why he has very recently, the topic of discussion today is the fact that he signed with Yo Gotti's CMG. And so it's very clear that obviously Mozzy's versatility and the fact that he's able to move merchandise, collab on a merchandise level with other artists, also doing features with a lot of different prominent artists, and just being able to be open-minded with collabing with a lot of artists, it must have gotten the attention of Yo Gotti, because Yo Gotti did recently sign him to CMG, and Mozzy is very, very excited about this new venture. In a recent interview, he did mention the fact that he signed with CMG because he's looking to jumpstart his career and keep growing and keep developing his career. And he also did cite in that interview, now he talked about that big bag that was associated with signing to Cocaine Music Gang label. And so he did mention that signing with CMG, it did come with that bag, which was appealing. But in addition to that, he is just looking to get backing that he sees a lot of other artists getting. So he mentioned, like, I'm trying to get backed like Da Baby and Lil Baby. He was like, as an independent artist, all these years you might have 10 or 15 people kind of behind you and making moves on your behalf. He's like, but I'm trying to have a team like Da Baby and Lil Baby and see what that'll do for my career. But he does mention the fact that, like, he knows that his team is strong and they can make moves. And so he said even if he gets a little push from the label, that's gonna like make him catapult that much more. And so that's what he's most excited about with signing with CMG. And so he seems to be very excited about it, and so is Yo Gotti. On the label side, Yo Gotti and CMG did just have a press conference where it was featuring all the different CMG artists. And so among that was an announcement of signing Mozzy. And so it's been a real cool to see how that's kind of progressed. And now CMG has added Mozzy to the roster. And so that was an edition of Mentions Mondays. We're going to keep kind of staying up to date with different weekly drops of different things that are happening around money in the rap industry. And so thank you for tuning in. And just as always, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it's worth. Let's get this merch. Subscribe to the PDH Network.